Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at Mugen Base Series 01 Mugen Police from the Machine Robo Mugenbine line. Definitely a favorite line of mine. The playability with these toys is always so much fun because of all the possibilities you can come up with. The Mugen Base series, there's 4 base. There's Mugen Police, Mugen Fire, Mugen Builder, and Mugen Hercules. I do own all 4, so I hope to eventually get to all 4, but I'm just going to go in order. So 01 is Mugen Police. As you can see here, it comes with the Turboroid, and you can tell it's a Turboroid as opposed to a Mugenroid because it has the wheels, and it has that different construction, I guess you could say, the different design. The Mugenroids are a lot more blocky and have different articulation. So this is Mugen Police. As you can see, he's got a sticker on his chest that says Turboroid. And then a website down here that I have no idea if that still works. These toys are over 10 years old. But very simple head sculpt, but I like it a lot. You have kind of a police hat, nice lime green eyes there, silver painted face. I think the color scheme all really works. The head can move from side to side. The arms can go up and down and also spin all the way around on that ratchet joint you can hear. You have pretty nice joints out to the side and front to back. You can hear the ratchets there. You can hear the clicks in the knee joint. And then I like to call these the feet, but really it's just another connector piece that can rotate around. And the cool thing about the Turboroids are you can just pretty much completely lie them down, and because they have wheels, they become kind of like little car beds. So you can just roll them back and forth, which will come into play later on in this review. So very cool. I like it a lot. I love the Turboroids. I think they're a lot of fun. I think Mugen Police looks pretty great, and I love that head sculpt. On the back, pretty plain, just mostly the gunmetal gray color and some of the light blue. But from the front, looks really good. So all of the base series have this giant kind of cargo crate. It says Mugenbine really nice on the side here. Both sides there. And then you can open it up. And you can see it's kind of like a little garage. So that's this piece is kind of unique to the base series. Each of the 4 comes with one of these. And then you get all these other pieces here because this guy has, Mugen Police himself has kind of a little police car mode. But then the trailer, or the cargo canister, whatever you want to call this thing, I'm going to call it the box because that's easier from now on. That has a base mode, a large vehicle mode, a large animal mode, or a dinosaur mode, and a combination with him. He has like a larger robot mode. Now the larger robot mode does not incorporate the box, but the box is incorporated into the base dinosaur and large vehicle modes. So we're going to check out all of that. I guess I'll just quickly go through these individual pieces real quick and you can just kind of see what they are. You get 2 of this piece here, and again you can see the base, the dinosaur mode, and then kind of the larger vehicle represented in this graphic, which is pretty cool. You can tell this is going to kind of become the front of the individual tiny cop car. You have your tiny T-Rex hands, which will also have other purposes later on. This is kind of like a generic fist piece. And then you have these 2 kind of large wheeled side pieces. So let's go ahead and get into it. First, we'll take a look at the tiny little like police mode and the base mode. So we're going to start off with the base mode. I'm going to take these 2 pieces and put them off to the side because they're not used in the base mode, and we'll see in a moment what they are used for. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to take the box mode, whatever you want to call this thing. You can pull the ramp down, kind of set it down. You're going to take these 2 pieces, and you want to use the side that has the police sticker, and you're going to plug these 2 sockets onto these 2 pegs here. Just like that. I'm going to bring all these pieces to the front so nothing gets stuck. This big dino head, which you can very clearly see, that's what that's going to be. It also has a giant robot head. Now, this is not actually used in any of these forms. The cool thing about the Mugenbine line, they would often encourage you to come up with your own crazy creations, and to help you facilitate that, they would give you little Easter eggs like this. So this is just a generic giant robot head for you to use in your own creations. It has no official use in any of the forms with this toy. It's just a little bonus so that if you want to get creative, here's a new head you could use. And I think that's really cool. It's just really encouraging your own imaginative play by giving you little extra things like, hey, you want to use something cool? Use this in one of your creations. So I think that's really neat. But for now, in the base mode, you're just going to come back here and just kind of jam it back here just to hide it. That's kind of storage back there. So you're going to take these two little dinosaur claw type things, and you're really just going to kind of store them here. They don't really do anything. They just kind of store on the side like that. And then you're going to take this, and let me consult the directions because I want to make sure I am doing this correctly. Yes, you're going to take this piece, and you're going to plug that in there. And then you're going to take these two pieces, and this one in the middle here will get plugged onto here. And then these are going to peg onto these two spots back here. And there you go. This is the base mode. Now, I recognize it's not amazing. Some of the other base modes are actually pretty neat. I think this is kind of one of the weaker ones in my opinion. But you can kind of move this piece up and down. I'm going to zoom out all the way here. So I guess if you want to pretend it's like a laser cannon, you can angle it to fire. But it's not terrible. It's just kind of, that's what it is. Now, the other pieces that we haven't taken a look at yet, you have, of course, the Turboroid. And you have these two pieces. What you could do is, this piece, if you would like, you can kind of store back here if you want to just kind of get rid of it. I may have attached this incorrectly. I think you put that like that, and if you want, you can kind of just put this here. Does that attach? Well, in any case, I know there's a way you can just kind of store it there or put it off to the side. It doesn't really matter. But in the robot mode, you can take these two pieces and you can unhook the light bar, and he can wield that as kind of like a tiny weapon, so that can fit in his hand like that. And then you can take this piece and kind of attach it on the side of his arm as like a shield. So he's got kind of like a sword and shield thing going on here, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, the shield is kind of comically large, but I do appreciate that they kind of gave him some weapons there. The other thing you can do, of course, is take the Turboroid, as I mentioned earlier. Going to put him down like this. Take this piece. I think you're supposed to flip these forward. You can flip them up too if you'd like, but you're going to attach this. Actually, I'm going to attach this piece first, so make sure I'm lining it up correctly. So you take this piece and pop it on like that, and then you're going to pop this piece on, and then you're going to put the light bar on top. I guess you can put it really on either one, whatever one you think looks better. If you like it better in the front like that, you can do that. If you want to put it on this one, if you think that looks better. I kind of like better like that. But there you go. So that is the tiny little police car mode for the Turboroid. Rolls very well. And then, of course, he can fit inside here. So you can put him in there. You can even close this up if you like. And then, of course, open it up, and then he can deploy. So that's kind of what they're going for with the base mode. You kind of have like the little hanger. But I like the little cop car. I don't know. It's kind of chibi and adorable, and it just makes me smile. So it's very simplistic, but I kind of like it a lot. So yeah, that is it for the individual Turboroid transformation with the little cop car and the base mode. Next up, I will show you the large vehicle mode. Alright, so this guy's not going to change. You can just completely put him off to the side, and all of these pieces will be used for the large vehicle mode. I'm going to just disassemble everything to make it easy. So there you go. You come around to the box. You're going to want the side that has the tabs or the pegs sticking out. You're going to take your kind of, I don't know, ovalish piece, and you're going to clip that on the front here. You're going to take the other one and clip it right on top of it. you're going to take the little arm piece and you're going to connect that on top of here so that it kind of looks like a little smokestack. You're going to take this piece, and you can see it has 1, 2, 3 connection points, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3 connection points right here on the side. So you'll clip that on there. Do the same on the other side. There you go. You're going to take this dinosaur head and plug it in underneath here. And then you're going to take the little dinosaur hands and kind of plug them onto the side. So they kind of go right there, and that's kind of to help hide the dinosaur head, honestly. Those hands being right there. And then you're going to take this piece and just plug it on top of here. And there you go. The large vehicle mode is a train of some sort, a choo-choo train. This is supposed to look like, you know, where the steam would come out. And this front part kind of looks like the front of an engine. So it's a decent little train. It's not fantastic, but I think it's kind of fun. And the cool thing is you can open this up. So if you want the police car to come in here, get on board the train, and then close up, and then he can ride the train. And it rolls fairly well. It doesn't roll as well as the little car does, just because, you know, it's got all these pieces. It does have another wheel under here to help, which I do appreciate. So it rolls fairly decently. But I think it's a pretty fun little train. I think it's a pretty cool little design there. But next we'll go on to the dinosaur mode. So I've gone ahead and disassembled everything here for you, and I've removed the police car from inside here. So basically you're going to take the giant T-Rex head. As you can probably guess, that's what it was supposed to be. And that's going to plug in right there. You can take your two little T-Rex hands and plug them in onto the sides here and here. Then you're going to take these pieces and you're going to plug them on like this. And then you're going to come to the sides and you can see 1, 2, 3 pegs are going to go 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And then you're going to take these pieces, whoops, plug this in here, and then these two are going to plug onto the back to form a kind of tail. And there you go, you have your kind of tiny little T-Rex. I kind of love the fact that his head can swivel from side to side. It's almost kind of like a velociraptor. I believe it's supposed to be a T-Rex, but it almost kind of looks like a velociraptor. Just the kind of, I can just imagine like in Jurassic Park when they like meet up and then they kind of look at you like, should I eat you? I haven't decided yet. Okay. Then they attack. But he rolls. He's got wheels on his feet. So that's pretty cool. Again, you have the little police car guy. Just kind of doing his own thing. If you wanted to try to have him jump inside, you technically still could. He'd have to crawl into his butt. But you could technically do it. You'd have to probably take the tail off first. But I think it's a fun little dino mode. I think it's goofy, but I think it's definitely fun. So I've disassembled everything once again, and I'm going to show you the giant robot mode. Now, the giant robot mode is the only mode that does not use the box at all, so you kind of just have to set that off to the side for now. But you're going to take your Turboroid and put his arms straight down, and what I call the toes, you're actually going to rotate around to the back so that you have access to this connection port here. You're going to take these and plug them in to the feet to make really long legs. And then you're going to take these pieces, and you can see that there's a little connection right there. You're just going to go ahead and peg that on to each side, and that just kind of gives him a little bit more weight in the feet so he doesn't become so top heavy, as he's going to in a minute. And I will have to, I guess, adjust the camera at some point. That might work. You can take this first piece here, which was kind of the front or top part of the little cop car, and you're going to take this and plug it in here. And then you're going to take these pieces and rotate them down. And you can see these little pegs will become visible. So, and you have to rotate this peg out. So this peg will peg into the hole in his chest, And these little pegs will peg into his fists. So you kind of plug that in and peg this all together. And that really shores up, you know, the middle section there and really solidifies that all together. At this point, you're going to take the giant T-Rex head and you're going to rotate this down like that. And then you're going to just plug in this fist piece here to the bottom. And then these two peg holes here are going to peg into his arm on the side. And then this piece, you take this piece like this, and you plug that on, I believe like this. And then you take these two pieces and plug them on here and here. So you can see these were the dino little arms, but on this side now they kind of look like a giant handcuff. And then you're going to take this and plug this on to the other side. And so this is the giant robot mode. You do have an articulation point right here as well as right here, so you do get a little bit of arm articulation, which is pretty cool. And you still have a little bit of that leg articulation out to the side. But obviously from kind of what is the new knee, like you can move this around. No, you really can't actually. I was going to say you technically could move that connection, but it'll just make this fall out. So you pretty much don't have any articulation in the legs, except you could splay them out a little bit because that joint's still there. But from here down is all a solid piece. But I still think it's a pretty cool giant robot mode. Now I do kind of wish he got a bigger head because he still only has the little Mugen police head. It's almost like he jumped into an exosuit or something because he's got bigger arms and bigger legs, but you can still kind of see the little guy inside. So, and then on the back, not really any kibble whatsoever. So I think that's pretty cool. I really do like it a lot. Now I guess technically if you wanted, and what I've kind of been toying with, is maybe putting these somewhere on the back, like maybe as a backpack. Like maybe that would look cooler. Will that fit? Maybe. So I kind of like that. I mean, like I said, I think they're really supposed to be on here to give the feet a little bit more weight. But I kind of like the look of toying with putting it on the back like a backpack like that. So, again, that's the beauty of the Mugenbine line. You really can do whatever you like. All the connection points are universal, so the more sets you buy, the more random craziness things you can create. And, you know, your imagination, the sky's the limit. So, whatever you can, as many sets as you can get your hands on, you can combine them all together. I've seen on pictures online, people make, you know, 2-foot-tall monstrosities, and they're really, really neat. And that's just kind of the beauty of the Mugenbine line. So I absolutely love this toy, if you can't already tell. I've been a big fan of the Mugenbine line since I randomly discovered it in 2003. And it's just kind of love at first sight, and I've had a blast with these toys ever since. The base series, in my opinion, is some of the most fun of the Mugenbine line, just because they have so many possibilities with them. Plus, I'm a sucker for playset type things, so the base is kind of a playset, and if you put them all together, you could kind of start to make a city or something like that. I don't know, maybe we'll get there one day. But in any case, I think these are really, really, really a lot of fun. I mean, I love the fact that it has the base mode, the train mode, the dinosaur mode, the giant robot mode, plus you have a little robot and a little vehicle mode for him to transform. Just so much fun. So many possibilities. This is a really great set. If you can find this, I definitely recommend picking it up. At this point, I think your best bet for picking up Mugenbine toys is going to be something like eBay, maybe Yahoo Japan auctions, or something like Mandarake, because unfortunately you're pretty much going to have to get these all secondhand at this point because the line's been over for quite a long time. But it's a great line. I feel like it still has a lot of dedicated fans to this day, and it's just a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at the Mugen Base Series 01 Mugen Police from Machine Robo Mugenbine. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.